It is Saturday, which means we have appointments, we have catch-up work, and ultimately at the end of the day, we're gonna be hanging out with the family. But if you stay tuned to today's video, I'm gonna take you through two properties, ones which the owner already told me they want at the best 40 grand a piece. So these things are gonna be junkers. Just stay tuned for that. And then at the end, Katie and I, my wife and I, are gonna do a little bit of a Q&A session. Stay tuned, enjoy the video, and make sure to smash that like and subscribe button. So we just drove by the place. We're gonna go in there shortly and I'll get some video of it, but the entire roof has a tarp on it. The outside looks like it's in shambles, so this place is gonna be rough. I know it already. This is one of two. Hopefully we'll capture some video of both of them, some photos, and we'll share it with you. This is the worst of the worst when properties are like this, and there's tenants supposedly living here, so we'll see if we can get this for pennies on the dollar. Let's jump into some video of the place. And you guys, just like that, we did the good old 2-for-1 deal. Two properties for the price of one. How much do you guys think we just locked those up for? I showed you the video, I showed you the photos. The tenants on the first one that I showed you, paying about $1,100 total per month. Landlord pays water. The other tenants, they're not paying. They both probably need to be evicted out. But probably, roughly speaking, once tenants are in there, it'll be about $1,000, $1,100 each property. We are picking them up for $43,000 for two properties, $21,500 each. Let's go. That's a good way to start off a Saturday. But I know you guys still might be interested in that Q&A session that Katie and I are gonna jump into on our way up to Wausau. Without further ado, let's not delay anymore and jump into that. So Katie and I are here and we're gonna answer your questions like I had alluded to before. So Katie, question number one.
What's your ideal way to spend a vacation?
My ideal way to spend a vacation is honestly just relaxing, not planning a thing. I know we've went on several, and I'm driving right now, so I apologize if there's road noise in the background, but not planning everything, just kind of spur of the moment stuff. That's how we've done Arizona, that's how we've done Florida, Utah. Like obviously there's some plans that we throw in there of like highlights we want to see, but other than that, that's pretty much it. What about yourself?
Yeah, I would agree. Spur of the moment, no planning whatsoever. Obviously we like to include adventurous things, whether it's mountain biking, hiking, hanging out at the ocean, those kinds of things. So yeah, whatever.
Do you think it's beneficial for people to attend university after high school? Do you think it's necessary? Do you think it's needed? Do you think it's beneficial?
I think it depends on what the patient I think it depends on what the person is looking to go after, whether if, for example, if they want to be a teacher, a nurse, doctor, those kinds of things, obviously you need schooling for. However, in your case, business, you don't necessarily need that college education for that. As long as the person is committed to what they pursue to do and have that mindset and determination to do things on their own, then I think they can be successful. And if it's someone who doesn't have those qualities and need more of a structure, then I guess I would say college would be beneficial for them.
I second pretty much exactly what Katie said, that there's certain degrees that of course you need a degree for. There's certain job opportunities, I should say, that you need a degree for, like nurses, engineers, doctors, what have you. However, for a majority of people out there, school might not be the right choice, and there is nothing wrong with, and I know Katie, she finished her schooling at she's a nurse is what she does for a living, but she went to the technical college here in the area, and it was a phenomenal idea. It was way cheaper. I don't know, did you feel more comfortable going there?
Yeah, I would strongly recommend a tech college starting out, whether you don't know what you want to do with things, at least starting there, because there's so many different opportunities that they offer, and you got that smaller class size, so you get a lot more hands-on involvement.
And for those of you that are wondering, like maybe you're even thinking about going into the trades right now if you're younger, there's absolutely nothing wrong with going into plumbing, electricity, construction of any kind, because I know, just to let you guys know, that our plumbers right now, they get paid $100 per hour. You will probably make significantly more than what you would if you got a marketing degree or a communications degree, that sort of stuff. So we ran out of battery when we were shooting a little bit of the Q&A yesterday in the car, so we are redoing it here. It is Sunday. Let's have Katie jump into the first question.
First question, where did we meet?
We met in high school, technically speaking, in gym class, but what ended up happening is Katie and I started talking. There's my friend Zach, her friend Deidre in the same gym class. We started kind of obviously hanging out with one another inside of class. We're high school sweethearts, if you guys couldn't put two and two together. So we've been together for just about 10 years now, and that's what we met in high school. I guess the simple way of putting it, but that's generally the answer to the question there.
I have the same story, so.
If Katie had to pick one spot to move to for the rest of her life, where would it be?
I would say Utah would be the place that I would want to move to. You got the warm summers, you can still ski in the winter, you got beautiful national state parks there, a lot of outdoor activities that we could be doing. We had one vacation out there where we saw Zion, Bryce Canyon, Salt Lake City, Utah. Beautiful area, so I would say Utah would be probably the state.
And I think Utah is, for those of you who have never been there, maybe some of you watching this actually live there, Utah, southern Utah specifically, is absolutely gorgeous. I know we flew into Salt Lake and then spent some time in Park City area and then drove down to St. George and went to the national parks and whatnot down there, but it's gorgeous. And I enjoyed going to Arizona as well. We were just there last month, first time ever. For those of you looking to relocate, I don't know if Wisconsin's the best state. I would probably pick something in the Southwest if it was up to us.
Next question. What 3 materialistic items are on your vision board currently?
Porsche 911 GT3 RS. Porsche 911 GT3 RS. That's number 1. Number 2 is a house on a lake here in Oshkosh, specifically on the north shore of the lake, overlooking with the pool in the backyard, boathouse down there. It just absolutely sick. That's kind of the goal there. Number three would just be a passive income goal, not necessarily materialistic, but I guess money has to do with it. So I would say that the goal is $45,000 a month in passive cash flow, like net cash flow in our pocket.
So similar items for me. Financial freedom is number 1. Number 2, I would say the lake house, dream lake house here on Lake Butamore is what we want. Kind of tag with that also, to be able to have like vacation homes spread out throughout the US. And then number 3, I don't know what exact vehicle, but some type of fast sports car. I have a little bit of need for speed in me, so not a huge fan of the Porsche look, but Lamborghini would be okay.
So that's why Katie will have a Lamborghini. We just need a big enough garage to house all these things.
Urus.
Yeah. So the next question is, what characteristic or trait of your spouse, your significant other, are you most proud of? So Katie, I'm gonna ask you first, then I'll answer, vice versa.
That's a good question. For Carter, it's pretty easy. It's his determination, and that plays a part in his life in so many different ways. One being his health. He is a type 1 diabetic, for those of you that don't know. That's an easy thing for someone just to not control and let get out of control real quick. So he's very determined on staying healthy, keeping his blood sugars in check, but that played a big part into him getting into fitness, being determined in general about his overall health. He's determined in his job, obviously. He works day in and day out, and that's just how he is with anything he puts his mind to, which is great.
And I appreciate that very much.
Welcome.
Now, with Katie, for those of you that don't know, she's a registered nurse at a local hospital here. The ability to care for others, because it's not only, she can't be as selfish as sometimes I am, and I won't deny that by any means, because there's certain things that I want to achieve for us. That means there's certain sacrifices that have to be made, whether it's working on weekends, working at nights, working when the other wants to spend quality time together. But Katie cares for people so much that it's admirable to be able to do that in the way that she does. Being a nurse, being a spouse, being a daughter. That would be my answer to the question. Okay, so the last question, you guys, and this is one that Katie had thought of, but she doesn't know how to wrap these videos up. Where do we see ourselves individually in the next 10 years? In 10 years from now, on April 24th, 2032, what's our life going to look like? What is the Crowleys going to look like?
In the next 10 years, I feel like, well, 10 years from now, I would say my vision of us would be, we'd have our lake home, we would have a family, at least started. We would have, well, you're good with the rental amounts, but I would be more involved in the business of CB Homes Solutions, being able to do that. I still think I might be involved in nursing. We'll see. That's kind of where I see ourselves in 10 years from now. Yeah, and mine's not going to differ too much, and it's just there's personal things and milestones that I would like to achieve. Like Katie had mentioned, I think it would be great to start a family, and depending upon obviously how that goes, God willing, everything comes together and we're able to do that, that would be amazing. And also being able to achieve those milestones that I talked about before, the certain amount in passive income. Obviously $45,000 or $40,000 per month in passive income is huge. That's a huge goal, but I have no doubt in my mind we will be able to achieve that in 10 years because momentum, as you guys know, momentum builds, and momentum will eventually get you there. Even like doing one deal a month in the beginning was tough. Now we're doing 5 or 6 or 7. This month, as you guys saw earlier in the video, we just knocked over 6 properties in 1 month. So that's probably our biggest month so far. But going along with that, be truly living the life that we want, the life that we desire, not having to worry about things financially for the two of us, and also being able to support friends, family, loved ones, and helping them achieve their goals as well. When it comes down to it, obviously money, monetary things, you can only do so much, and at the end of the day you want to help, you want to give back, you want to donate your time. And I think the most fulfilling thing is doing videos like this. Of course I'm still going to be making YouTube videos in 10 years from now, so you better smash the like and subscribe button so you can stay along for the journey. But along with that, I really love seeing people grow individually and grow their business and grow their things from the stuff that I am able to give out for free. My knowledge, my experience, whatever it is. And I think that's the most fulfilling thing altogether. So we are going to wrap the video here. We got Mila. She actually just had a bath yesterday, so she smells nice. She's all floofed up. But she's exhausted. She's exhausted. I'm not very exhausted. I actually slept in this morning. We're making ribs. So we're gonna go enjoy some Sunday lunch. As always, I appreciate you watching. If you got any value, comment down below, hit the like and subscribe button. Otherwise, peace. I'll see you in the next video.